A new poster has been released for Bodies, 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 but does it include a very important clue as to who the killer might be? Let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie? Hey man.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Well, I'm Pennywise the dancing now.
We're gonna get you. Oh, not on the beat!
God, don't do that.
But sometimes dead is better.
Hey everybody, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we're talking a little bit about Bodies, 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 what is being described as A24's take on Scream. I'm very excited to get into this, but first I'm gonna need y'all to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. And of course, more updates on Bodies x3. So before I even talk about the poster, I want to compare this film to Scream real quick, because I feel like that's how all of this, my big argument for what's going on in this poster, will make more sense to some people. The marketing for a Scream film is infamous for giving you little misdirects and little hints as to who the killer or who the opening kill may or may not be. One of the best examples for this is the poster for the original Scream features Drew Barrymore out front like she's the absolute lead of this film, but of course, as we know now today, 25, 26 years later or so, is that she was the opening kill, and it was like advertised like, oh, this big Drew Barrymore movie, come check it out, you know, but obviously, well, yeah. So with a film that's being described as A24's take on Scream, wouldn't they do something similar to that? I say yes. So today, A24 has blessed us with a brand new poster for Bodies, 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 and it features something that's kind of interesting. Literally every single character has some kind of like nice light up wristband or whatever, or maybe a flashlight with their phones, but the only character who doesn't is Pete Davidson, who's actually holding the little like wine opener machete thing. Is that called like a champagne opener? I don't know. You know what? I don't know, but it looks like a big old knife. So that's all that really matters. So could Skeet end up being the killer? I feel like it's not too crazy of a thing to suggest. He's very clearly one of the biggest rated stars in this entire movie. I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up being there throughout the entire runtime and ended up being the killer. That would be kind of cool. I mean, listen, if like you're a big star, you know, and you're asked to be in this little indie horror movie, what's one request you might make? Can I be the killer? Can I go and chop someone's head off? That would be awesome. I could see Pete Davidson doing that, if I'm being honest. And he's so goofy. From like, you know him from SNL, you know him as just being like this stand-up guy who's kind of goofy and he's funny, he's whatever. I could see him being the killer in this film just for that reason. Because maybe you're really not expecting the goofy, silly guy with the bug eyes to be the killer at the end of the day. And I'm not one to talk. I have massive bug eyes and I kind of look like the male version of Tilda Swinton. So I'm really like, listen, that's not supposed to be a diss towards Pete Davidson, because he could throw it right back at me way worse. But there's also a lot of clues in the trailer that would back this up. Like, I'm not just basing this off of one little thing from the poster. There's a lot of things in that trailer that would suggest that he's possibly the killer. For example, he actually has a line in the trailer where he goes and says, well, I can't be the killer. That would be way too obvious, which is like, would it be though? I don't know. I don't know if it would be too obvious, because you kind of got killer written all over you from that trailer, my dude. Another thing to point out is that right at the end of the trailer, we get this shot of Pete Davidson and he's like hanging upside down and he hits his vape, which of course is like silly and funny, which the last thing you see. Okay, that's cool, that's crazy. But is this a shot from the end of the movie? Because you can't quite like see what he's doing. Like, it kind of looks like maybe he's hanging off of this thing, but it looks, to me, it gives me the vibes of like, this is towards the end of the movie. Where else would this be in the film? I could see this being a scene where maybe like Pete Davidson discovers the last girl who's still alive and he hits his vape pen, because that's funny. Like, why would a killer do that? Why would a killer be hanging off the roof or something? It also looks like the girl who's there is kind of just like hanging out and looking for something. Why is that? Could this just be Pete Davidson sitting on the roof, trashed out of his mind, hitting his vape pen, doing typical party stuff that like, yeah, young people do? Sure, of course it could be. But it also could be total misdirection that we're just not seeing yet. But what do you guys think about this brand new poster for Bodies, Bodies, Bodies that comes out August 5th? I'm super excited for it, and I really hope someone gets murdered with that champagne opener thing that, I just hope it cuts somebody's head off or goes through someone's face. I'm not asking for much. That's not even that hard of an effect to do, A24. Let's go. Let's see it happen. Thank you guys so much for watching this new video on Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Hopefully we get a brand new trailer for this sometime soon, and I can't wait to see this thing in August. I'll tell you what. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates on horror movies, and especially updates on on Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Or BBB as we like to call it around here. If you want to support this channel even further, you can become a channel member or a Patreon supporter by clicking on that little join button on my page. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video again, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.